Led by our marshal, the 9 pacers for this evening's first race are on the track. Here's your field. Number 1, Broadway Bravado and Dave Maxwell. Number 2 is Broadway Publicity and Sam Widger. Number 3, Dealing Fella, Brent Holland. Number 4, HP's Fashion and Art Gregory Jr. Number 5, Pepperquake and Brian Carpenter. Number 6, Anxious Eddie and Dean McGee. Number 7, Colligan and Scott Robbins. 8, Boru Dewitt, Fred Finn Jr. And number 9, Chire Hill, Al Henninger. No changes in tonight's first race, first half of the early daily double, but in tonight's second race, number 5, Lord Tarby, has been scratched. There's perfecta and superfecta wagering on this first race. They'll reach the starting gate in 4 minutes at 7:45. Now let's check in at Maywood. They're off and pacing. Coming away quickly in the center of the racetrack is HP's Fashion. Down at the rail, Broadway Bravado driving out. And from between horses, Pepperquake came away alertly. Into the first turn they go, and HP's Fashion has made the lead by a length and a half. Broadway Bravado is second. Pepperquake is up on the outside to be third. Racing in fourth is Dealing Fella. Coming away fifth is Colligan. Then racing sixth is Broadway Publicity. In seventh is Anxious Eddie. The trailers are Boru Dewitt and Chire Hill. A field of 9 as they pace by an opening quarter in 28-4. Moving by the grandstands for the first time. Up on the outside, Pepperquake to put a nose in front, but HP's Fashion holds the rail second. Then it's Broadway Bravado getting the perfect trip in third, a gap of 3 lengths back to Dealing Fella in fourth. Racing up on the outside, fifth is Broadway Publicity. Down on the inside, sixth is Colligan. On the move in seventh goes Anxious Eddie. The trailers still Chire Hill and Boru Dewitt as they wind their way past the half. 58-2. On to the backstretch they go, and HP's Fashion leads at a length. On the outside, Pepperquake going a tough trip second. Broadway Bravado is third, moving up 3 wide into fourth. There goes Broadway Publicity. Coming on the outside, fifth is Colligan. Racing 3 wide into sixth is Anxious Eddie. Retreating on the rail, seventh is Dealing Fella. Moving up on the outside in eighth is Boru Dewitt. Chire Hill still the trailer. As they move into the upper turn, HP's Fashion is the one to catch. He's on top by 2. 3/4 in 128-1, and it's HP's Fashion drawing clear by 2.5. Broadway Bravado is second. Colligan comes on to the outside third. Anxious Eddie also gaining 3 wide fourth. They turn for home, and HP's Fashion leads it by 2. Broadway Bravado getting set to come out of the pocket second. Colligan continues to gain in the center of the racetrack. Through the stretch, HP's Fashion a half length. Broadway Bravado trying to get through on the inside. Colligan on the outside coming down to the wire. Broadway Bravado gets through, and he wins at a half length. Colligan was second, close for third. In tonight's first race, number 1, Broadway Bravado is your unofficial winner. It's a photograph for second. Please hold all tickets. Let's check in at Maywood.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're 11 minutes away from Maywood's first race. In this first race, Joe Marsh Jr. drives number 8, Adams Boy. Track is sloppy. 11 minutes to Maywood's first.
Returning to the winner's circle is number 1, Broadway Bravado. Broadway Bravado is a 5-year-old gelding by Broadway Express out of the Gamecock mare Game Gypsy. Owned by Ray Dubiel, George Spory, and Charles Tomas. Trained by Rocco Giambrancono. Driven to victory tonight by Dave Maxwell. Broadway Bravado paced the mile in 2 minutes and 1/5.